Overnight, the global picture is being shaped by a volatile mix of energy risk, accelerating AI disruption, and persistent geopolitical strain on the global economy. Oil prices fell sharply, with Brent down about 6% and dipping below $105 a barrel, after 3 supertankers attempted a Strait of Hormuz crossing, raising hopes that energy flows could resume. The Financial Times cautions that futures markets may be underpricing the risk of a longer energy crisis, a reminder that any renewed disruption would quickly feed into global inflation and shipping costs. On global conflict and security, Russia and China again projected unity during Vladimir Putin's visit to Xi Jinping, but the BBC reports Putin returned without securing a major pipeline deal, underlining limits to the partnership. Separately, Russia is accused of a dangerous interception of a British surveillance aircraft over the Black Sea, keeping tensions high around NATO eastern flank. In the Middle East, an Israeli far-right minister has been condemned for taunting detained Gaza flotilla activists, adding to diplomatic pressure on Israel over the handling of detainees. In the Americas, tracking data shows U.S. military reconnaissance flights and drones near Cuba, and U.S. prosecutors have indicted Cuba's Raul Castro over the 1996 downing of civilian aircraft, further tightening the political temperature. On artificial intelligence and the technological revolution, Meta is cutting 8,000 jobs and canceling plans to hire 6,000 more roles as it pivots harder into AI development. The Financial Times also reports on the spread of AI-driven political propaganda, with fake imagery increasingly used to shape narratives at scale. Separately, debate continues about concentration risk in the AI supply chain, with NVIDIA's centrality to global compute prompting fresh too-big-to-fail questions. Turning to Australia, politics and economic management are being dominated by the budget's tax debate and the information war around it. SBS reports AI-generated memes are amplifying a viral 47% tax claim tied to proposed capital gains tax changes, while The Guardian argues scare campaigns about housing and death taxes are distorting the substance of the reforms. The Sydney Morning Herald reports Paul Keating has defended Treasurer Jim Chalmers and Prime Minister Anthony Albanese amid the CGT backlash, while NSW Premier Chris Minns has criticised the Commonwealth on income tax settings and has not endorsed the CGT changes. On the Australian economy, construction cost pressures remain a live inflation issue. ABC reports builders are facing surging charges across materials, waste removal, levies and compliance-related costs, which are feeding through to new home prices and broader inflation. On energy policy, ABC reports Western Australian gas users are warning Labor not to replicate weaknesses from WA's reservation scheme, as the Commonwealth designs a national gas reserve. Industry is pushing for stronger transparency and enforcement, signaling that implementation details will be central to whether the policy delivers lower domestic prices and reliable supply. On national security and foreign affairs, SBS reports the government says a second group of his-linked women have returned without government support, drawing opposition criticism. SBS also reports families of 11 Australian activists intercepted on a Gaza-bound flotilla are anxious amid claims they are being held in Israel, with limited information so far. Finally, in local and community updates, the SMH reports a man has been charged with allegedly stealing camera equipment from a Bondi Beach terror attack victim. And in science, the SMH reports evidence of 1.7 billion-year-old complex life found in Australian rocks, among the oldest known ancestors of multicellular organisms.